Welcome back to the Temple of Technology. I'm your host, Scott James Magner, the idiot with a microphone. I gotta go over here if I'm looking at camera going to be two, where we stay classy, but not tonight. No class tonight. See, now it's trying. It's trying really hard to do the green screen, but it's just not. I'm having green screen issues tonight in the Temple of Technology. We're probably not going to use the green screen, but I really do want to use this camera a little more often because, as you can see, it is zooming in and out on my face depending on where I move, what's going on. If I lean back, lean forward. It's made for web meetings, and it uses a really neat little algorithm. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be here forever. It might go back up. It might go on top of the monitor, and the Brio could go over here. The Brio has got a fixed distance, and with a very wide frame, it might be better for these kinds of streams. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that's not why we're here today. We're not here to talk about webcams, although I could talk about webcams all day long. I love them. We are unboxing today. It is an unboxing stream, so uh, a little bit of background. So I am sitting here in the Temple of Technology, where we try to stay classy as often as possible. In fact, I'm just going to move this over here a bit. Yeah, so I can look at what I'm looking at, and I'm not ignoring you. I'm not being rude to you. So, and it'll just zoom in on me every so often. This is where most of my tech is. My PC is in here. I've got a couple laptops, 3 or 4 laptops in here. Actually, I've got an old. It's called a thing. I've got an iMac in here. I've got a Mac Mini in here. A couple of Mac Minis, various states of repair, and it made the most sense to put the wireless router up in here and the modem in here. And it is fine, right? There's plenty of ventilation. Everything's good. But I have been kind of closed up in here for a while because of the kittens. The kittens, they're too small. And the cabling in this room has gotten even more out of control in the 3 years since we first got Marilyn. And he was just a wee thing, and he would get up behind and he would tear things down. So I need to rip the temple apart and reassemble it and rerun all the cables and kitten-proof the whole thing, but also just make everything, put everything in better places for us to use them. And one of them is the wireless router. So every so often I get connectivity issues. And it's not a big deal, but it's just weird patches of interference around the house. And one of those patches turns out on either side of these walls, just on the other side of the wall where we sleep, and just on the side of that wall is where I also sleep sometimes when my pain gets too big, or if I just need to, and I know I'm not going to get any rest for a while. I will go in the other room and I'll read or do something and attempt to get to sleep. And eventually I get to sleep. But I've noticed that when I finish a book on my Kindle, I'm all of a sudden not connected to the internet, and I don't know why. It pisses me off, actually. The 2 devices in the house that should always be connected to the internet. One is one of my laptops. 2 is the Kindle. There's no reason for it not to be connected to the internet. It syncs via wireless. Everything is cool and everything's great, and it just it needs to be connected. And it's drop in connection. And I've been having problems every so often with the on-screen menus, getting back to my library, picking another book, and I've reset it a bunch of times, and it's just I've got a lot of use out of that thing in 2 years. I've read thousands of books, literally thousands of books, in those 2 years, and I thought maybe it's time to upgrade. Maybe it's time to look at some of the new Kindles and availability. And turns out there's a newer model of the Paperwhite. Paperwhite is my favorite. And to date, I've had a bunch of Kindles in the last 8 to 9 years, and I use them. And they don't all die. It's just that they get slower, and I read faster. And you want to be able to have a machine that keeps up to you at least as well as your iPhone does. And the Kindle is better. The Paperwhite certainly is better because of the e-ink display, but also because it has a backlight that you can control, and all these things are great. But lately, I have been getting older. My bifocals, I don't wear them at night, so you're moving the Kindle up and down and trying to get the right kind of reading distance and the right light for the room that you're in all squared away. And this morning, I looked online to see where Kindle technology has gone the last 2 years. Now, it turns out it's gotten a lot better. So this morning, I explored the opportunity to trade in my current Kindle, which is a fine Kindle. It works great. Like I said, I read a book every 1 or 2 days on here. Sometimes I read a book in a day and then I read another book. So this thing works great. Had it in a case its entire life. There's no real issues with it, no problems, but it's slowing down. First off, you have to restart it and change the refresh rates, but it's losing right here. It's losing connectivity to the wireless router that's right there, and that's the software issue more than anything else. It's not the modem in here, but I needed to see what was going on, and turns out that a 2-year-old Kindle is worth roughly a third of what I paid for it as a trade-in, which is $30. That's not so bad. But then the Kindle I wanted was on sale, and then you could get 20% off that Kindle if you traded it in, an older Kindle. So $30 from the trade-in, 20% off the sale price, and the sale itself meant that I got a brand new Kindle for not a lot of money, and it showed up today, which is crazy because I ordered it today. I ordered it around 10:30 in the morning, and it was here by 2:30 in the afternoon. So let's just head over to the unboxing theater. And voila, the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition. It has an adjustable warm light, but it also has an adaptive light. It has wireless, and something that my other Kindles don't have, it has wireless Q-enabled charging, so you don't need a cable plugging a thing in. And you certainly don't need a micro USB cable, which is the old industry standard. It uses USB-C. And please forgive me, I haven't been sleeping well, as you can tell, because I'm reading a lot of books. You rip off this little thing here, and the unboxing begins. So it has wireless charging. It has USB-C charging cable. It's always good to get another USB-C cable device in the house here because it simplifies the number of cables that you take with you. So here is a USB 2A 2.0 to USB 3.0. I don't think it's 3.1 or 3.4. I don't need to transmit video on this thing. I just need to charge a device. It comes here in with instructions right here on the e-ink, which is pretty awesome. I won't lie. Saves a lot of time. Comes in a static bag. We're going to reuse this static bag to send back my current Kindle. But it looks like we got charge on here, so let's see. It will in fact turn on. Turns on. It's got a charge. Wonderful. So it's got a fairly large screen. This is a 6.8-inch screen. And why this is important is because we pull it over here. My current Paperwhite, this is the 10th generation Kindle, has a smaller screen by far. In fact, if you put them side by side here, it is a substantially smaller screen. We'll turn that on. English, United States. That sucker will turn on. So in not a lot of linear space, this thing is only 1/4 inch taller It's the same thickness, and it is certainly it's a 1/4 inch all around. In fact, that's an easy way to look at it there. A 1/4 inch larger all around, which is nothing compared to your hand. Yeah, I know, right? Sexy new Kindle. It's my library on the old Kindle. I have it set to be black rather than white. I can switch that setting at any time. Dark mode, that's what it is. Turn off the dark mode. There we go. Now the e-ink is on, and it's got a sliding brightness here. You can set it wherever you want, but it's not adaptive. And adaptive bright is something that, hey, look at that. Look at that. Welcome to your new Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition. You are logged in and connected to my wireless over there using the Wi-Fi credentials I previously saved to Amazon. That is absolutely correct. Hit next. Yeah, make this Kindle kid-friendly. Personalized experience for each child. No, thank you. I do not want child profiles on my e-reader. I don't need a free trial of audio. No, thank you. Well, experience. All right. Quick access to setting. Swipe down. Next. Home library currently reading. Excellent. Scroll left and right. Excellent. Do quick scrolling experience. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. So this will take a little bit of time to get my another problem I've been having with this is oh, X. Yeah, I don't want to look at that. Turn that off. So the library, this is the same library screen for both devices. Larger, more readable, older, worse eyes. And I should be able to tap up here. Brightness, auto brightness. It's got it at 15. It's got, you could set this to have a more sepia tone, which is pretty cool. The warmth is not a feature that we have on the old Kindle. It was simply a brightness control, which you had to set as it were. So let's set this to 5. And let's turn the warmth off. So basic here, they are very similar. But when I turn on the auto brightness, that should jump right up. It didn't, but let's see. Put them both in a dark mode. It is definitely more readable on the larger one. Just pop that up to 1 for both. And yeah, this is Scott's third Kindle on there. This is not my third Kindle. This is my 5th Kindle. I've had the basic Kindle with the keyboard. I still have up there, the keyboard and the speakers. I had the first generation Paperwhite, which I traded in to get my second Paperwhite. Paperwhite Companion, this one was called. It has been on the shelf for, I think, exactly 2 years. Because I swapped this one in for this one. You see that it does not have dark mode. It has the same general dimensions as the 11th generation Paperwhite, but it is definitely does not have dark mode, so let's turn dark mode off of those. It's settings here. Yeah, everything is boy, everything is old. Everything is old on this. home screen, turn up, home screen. Yeah, I only plugged it in to show the differences in screen size and the general. Yeah, but this is a perfectly fine Kindle, and I keep it as a backup, as an emergency Kindle. This one has quite a bit of value. I traded it in for this one, and we're ready to go read tonight. So I am going to give this another charge, or more of a charge. It's a very weak charge right now. I don't have a case yet for this, but I ordered one. I want to make sure that it was going to work out. It's far more responsive, I'll tell you that much right away. Because it hasn't, it hasn't been touched tens of thousands of times, perhaps hundreds of thousands of times in the last few years. Well, I mean, 300-page book, that's 300 swipes, right? 300 taps, and then you read 100 to 200 of those a year, possibly 300 a year. It adds up. All right. This has Bluetooth connectivity, so I can connect this via Bluetooth to headset. And as mentioned before, it's got USB-C right here. I have plenty of USB-Cs around. So we are off to the races. I am going to wipe this one and mail it back. I'm going to read with this one, because why not? Check the library. Book sharing is enabled. Yes, I like it when book sharing is enabled. There's all sorts of cool books here that I bought or Lindsay bought. And I'll be able to get all that squared away. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to look for the book I just read. I want this one. And this is something I couldn't do last night. Where to go? Oh, we don't have it? I thought we had it. Well, that could certainly explain why we're having problems. I'm going to have to buy that book. Not a problem. But new Kindle, new webcams, first full stream I've done with it. And it's working out pretty well. It's got more vibrant colors, and it is definitely a more responsive camera. It is slightly more expensive than the Brio. Brio has gone down in price. And it's good enough that I probably am just going to put it on top of the monitor here, and I will figure out a mounting solution over here. But Temple's looking pretty good. Microphone's going great. The unboxing camera here on the new arm. Very sexy arm. Gives me a lot more placement, a lot more options when I'm doing a stream. And I think that's it. 20 minutes. Thanks for showing up, Wes. I believe there's somebody else in here with you. Nat Zelli and Valentina Alcaraz. If you are real people, thank you. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate when new people come out to chat, say something here and there. I promise to have more interesting content. In fact, tomorrow, right here in the Unboxing Theater, is going to be some of the most exciting content I've had in a while. Packaging. There's instructions in here. All right. There's how to plug it in. Excellent. So I happen to have two kinds of wireless charger here. Might as well check that out. One is brand new battery. I bought myself a wireless charging three out battery for Christmas a few years ago. I just bought it for myself in the holidays, really. Just using up gift cards and the like. And it worked really well. It's charged up many phones, lots of devices. And Lindsay or I are usually on our phones a lot in the evening. And that battery was charged enough times that it was starting to swell a little bit. And I needed one that hadn't swollen. So, plus also that was catching up to all of our stuff. So, 100% charge on that guy. Let's see how well it charges a Kindle. Fix it right up. So we'll leave that on there for a few minutes while we chat. There's nothing really bad going on, but now I'm on the road. You know, I can just use the same cable that I would charge this with. Cable just like this one. To charge both the battery and the Kindle at various times during the day. It doesn't suck. I could charge my watch on one of these things. I could charge all the phones. So I'm feeling pretty good about my recent technology pickups, but tomorrow there'll be an even better technology pickup. I may do it at lunch. I'll be so excited about this product. If it shows up early. If it doesn't show up early, you know, we'll have to do something else. We certainly want to do a stream for a product that doesn't show up. Yeah, all right. I'm going to use this static bag to return the other Kindle. Sounds fantastic. Let's go back to the main screen. Here I am again. Zoomed right in. Insane how we zoom right in like that. I have been your host, Scott James Magner, the idiot with a microphone. If you like the goings on here in the Temple of Technology, please like, follow, and subscribe on whatever social media platform you see this. Do not pay me for this content. So do whatever you can to avoid paying me for this content. I do not know what I am doing. I am an idiot with a microphone. I can't even turn off the zoom on this. I think I could turn it off. I think if I tap it once. Yeah, if I tap it once. No! Cool. All right. So this should just stay at this focal length. I tap the top of it. Yeah. Moving around. It's not moving. It's not zooming in. And look at that. Wide range there. Beautiful, beautiful sharpness. Things that I didn't get from the WebMic Pro. And that WebMic Pro, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It is the emergency backup microphone of all emergency backup microphones. It sucks as a microphone. It sucks as a webcam. And it's really not that great as a light either. So it was supposed to do 3 things. It did none of them well. But that I was ending the stream, and now I'm going off on another stream. I'm an idiot, clearly. But I do like to talk with people and share technology and parts of my life. So this is what we do. This is why we do it. And if you do want to help me support the stream, don't subscribe on Twitch. Don't pay me money. No. Like or follow. Pretty much everywhere. I mean, on YouTube, you can subscribe, I think, to my channel, but you don't have to pay for it. I have not really unlocked monetization for any of these streams because nobody watches them but me and Wes. We're the only people who care that much about my life. If you do want to support the stream, though, there is a way you could do it, and that's to buy my books. I am a science fiction author and a game designer, and I write, publish, and sell books. I formed rsentertainment.com to help people bring their dreams to life. We are a progressive publisher who focus on independent authors and the stories that they tell. If you go to rsentertainment.com right now, in fact, you can get a free book written by me, Homefront, science fiction saga that I sold in 2014. The rights reverted to me, and I didn't republish it. What I did was I turned it into a trilogy, and so that trilogy is also available at rsentertainment.com. If you want to buy some books, they're right there. Boom. We've got dark fantasy, heroic fantasy. We've got some macabre science fiction, horror, poetry written by a fantastic author friend of mine. And we're talking with new authors, and we're working on new books all the time. So please buy my books. Those are my social media handles. You can find me on Twitch, where you are right now, I hope. YouTube. I game a lot. We do a lot of gaming streams, so you can see me there on Steam or Discord. My handle is @Bogmanx. Either way, drop me a line. Maybe we'll get on the stream. Maybe we'll talk about things that matter to you. And the stream will get a renaissance of new people. Who can say? But that's what we're planning for tomorrow. For tonight, my stream is ending and I'm logging off. Thank you very much for coming out. I hope you have a great rest of your day.